Serving others. Serving people is an idea that is familiar to you, but we must give you a larger vision of what it means. We must also caution you about the errors and assumptions that are generally made when people approach this idea and consider it for themselves. Serving people can become a great excuse, or it can become a great opening. It can be used to justify things that cannot be justified, or it can be used to support things that are truly worthy. What is the difference here? The difference here is one of preparation, temperament and motive. Preparation determines how far you have come in the way of knowledge, how honest you are with yourself, how much you are aware of your own tendencies and difficulties, and how much you are aware of the environment and its influences, including your primary relationships. Preparation determines how much you know, the degree of clarity that you have established, and so forth. Next, it is a question of temperament. Temperament will determine what your predisposition is, how you interpret your own behavior and the behavior of others, and how you respond to the world according to your nature. If you have discovered your nature, your temperament will determine if and how you can work with it constructively. Thirdly, it is a question of motive. Why do you seek to contribute to other people? What kind of motives do you have for yourself? What kind of motives have you assumed mindlessly from other people? Motive is always very important in gaining discernment. You will have false motives until your motives become true, and your true motives must be discovered because the false ones will fail. This is where maturity and advancement will play a great part in your success. Anyone can say, for instance, I am here to serve people. My purpose is to serve people. I know I must serve people. This generally meets with approval because it is a virtuous idea. But your motive determines everything. If you are personally motivated, the result of your actions will carry with it confusion, division of loyalty, fearfulness, anxiety, uncertainty, and so forth. However, if your motivation is born of a deeper spiritual inclination, which we call knowledge, then you will have an entirely different approach, and the results and the rewards will reflect this. If knowledge is not the guiding principle in your motives, then you will not be able to bring about a spiritual transmission. You will not be able to activate knowledge in another, and you will not be able to produce the beneficial results that will be truly lasting. Even your personal motivation to help others is born of your desire for self-gratification. Even your desire to serve people or to relieve suffering in others may be born of your desire to fulfill an aspect or an idea of yourself. This motivation is fundamentally selfish in nature. These personal motives will override the benefits that you are trying to achieve, and as a result, your giving will be fraught with uncertainty, fearfulness and restraint. Everyone has personal motives to do good things. This is understandable. We are not saying these motives are evil. We are saying they simply must be set aside for something greater to emerge. The world has many problems, and it calls for selfless action. However, you must prepare for this, and you must grow with it as you proceed. Then something greater can be given to you. Then when you feed the hungry, relieve suffering, attend to the sick or provide valuable resources for other people, whatever the field or avenue of your expression, the spiritual presence will be expressed and transmitted. This is the greatest gift. This is mysterious. You cannot learn this in school. You can only prepare for it. Those who have an association with the greater community, who are drawn and called by the greater community, and whose nature reflects the greater community, must study the greater community way of knowledge. This teaching is especially for them. These people will not find their way anywhere else. Perhaps they will want the preparation to be different than it is. This is usually the case. When you find something that is a real answer to your real question, it often does not meet with your expectations. It does not seem to provide the desired things. And it requires things of you that perhaps you were not prepared to give or that you had not thought of giving. That is why understanding your motive and nature are so important here. You cannot teach the greater community way of knowledge effectively to individuals who do not have this inner association. They will attempt to use it as a form of therapy for themselves. Or they will use it to gain power, advantage, relationships, wealth, and so forth. It will be lost and wasted on them. They can neither claim it, understand it, nor use it. This teaching offers something far greater than even these things which are so highly valued and which are, in some cases, quite necessary. But you must have this greater community orientation inside of you. If not, then you must seek a different teaching in a different way. But if this teaching is for you, then claim it you must, and claim it you should, whether it seems to meet your expectations and preferences or not. If you are to serve others, then you must be served, and you must learn what being served really means, both in its practical and obvious aspects and in its mysterious aspects as well. You must be served, and you must accept the service that is yours to accept. Then you will learn what service you must give, who it is meant for, and how it can be expressed. Then you will be able to understand as well the difficulty that people have in receiving the true answer to their request for help, rejuvenation and fulfillment. People incessantly ask the same questions. Who am I? Why am I here? Who is with me? What must be done? These are the essential questions. These are the questions that underlie all of the why this and the why that questioning. People are seeking for their true identity, and they are seeking for their spiritual family, because true identity cannot be known outside the context of true relationship. In studying the greater community way of knowledge, people are seeking for their relationships beyond the boundary of humankind as well as within it. Their requirements are somewhat different from other people's. Their knowledge accounts for more than humanity alone, regardless of their ideas, fantasies or preferences. Many people are interested in the greater community, but only as a form of escape from their own practical and emotional dilemmas. Yet those who know that the greater community is their life and their destiny must attend to what we are saying very carefully. Perhaps you who are reading this book already know that this applies to you. If so, then open yourself to receive this gift. Learn to be served. Learn to receive. Learn to set aside your preferences and requirements about what service must be for you. Many things that you want for yourself are not necessary, while other things must be given, and given in a way that you had not expected or that you cannot anticipate. If you can learn to be served, then you will learn what service is. This will ignite your desire to give, and it will also give you the wisdom to learn how to give, to whom you must give and from whom you must withhold your gift. This is wisdom. This must be learned as well. If you can patiently learn to be served, then your desire to give will grow naturally, and the wisdom that must attend it for it to find its fruitful expression in the world will grow as well. For this, you will need a community of students of knowledge. You will need others to demonstrate to you those things that must be cultivated, nourished and developed within yourself, and those things that must be restrained or curtailed altogether. Until something is brought into the context of a relationship, it is not yet fulfilled. It is only a potential. That is why the way of knowledge brings you into relationship,